Let's talk about Smallfoot. This is a new animated movie. Everybody knows how obsessed I am with animated movies. I do. It's one of my favorite genres. This is animated by Warner Animation Group, who've only done about 4 or 5 movies so far. They've done the 3 Lego movies and Storks. I think that's the only movies they've done so far. And you know how I feel. The Lego movies I'm just not a fan of. I did really like Storks. And this was another original movie like Stork, so I was looking forward to it. The trailers made me laugh, but for the most part, this movie was pretty disappointing. It it really is kind of a hodgepodge of a whole bunch of different animated movies. It never felt like it really knew what it wanted to be. For instance, this is a musical, a kind of. It's kind of felt like one of those old classic. Disney movies where it had 4 or 5 songs, but the whole movie was not a musical. And most of the songs are just really bad. There was one decent one in the middle. Common plays kind of like the head chief, and it was like a rap, and it was okay. But your basic story here is you have this group of Yetis. They live on top of a mountain, and they follow the rules of the stones that the stone keeper wears on his cloak thing, and the stones say things like they're the only ones on their little spot. Don't go below the clouds. Very strict stuff like this. Channing Tatum is the main character. He's a Yeti who is destined to ring the bell that makes the sun come up in the day. And anyways, he stumbles upon a human, a Smallfoot, and the tribe doesn't believe him. He gets kind of cast out, and he has to go find proof that humans are real. That's the basic gist of the movie. There's all these other random side characters and things going on. This movie just pounds you over the head with all these different messages. I get it. It's a kid's movie, but it gets old after a while. And then it's just, the animation was just okay. I mean, there was parts that were beautiful. You could tell there were certain parts where they were really like, look how pretty this is. But then there was other times where I thought the animation kind of looked crappy. And like I said, it wasn't very funny. And it was just a mixture of a whole bunch of different things. The songs weren't very good. There was many scenes where it was just very slapsticky, where it felt like Scratch from Ice Age, where Channing Tatum's character was just like smacking into trees and just rolling it. I mean, there's a whole scene towards the beginning of the movie where it's just like a good 5-minute scene of him just hitting stuff, which, I laughed out loud a few times. More of the adult humor maybe got me, but for the most part, this was a pretty disappointing movie from an animation studio I thought had a little bit of promise with Storks, but kind of took a dive with this one. I'm going to give Smallfoot, I guess I'm going to give it a 2.5 because it was average. It was a good, I've seen much worse animated movies, that's for sure. But it's not something I'm going to buy and want to watch again. It was just kind of meh. It's worth a rent, maybe. Maybe your younger kids will get more of a kick out of it. Maybe they'll find the songs catchy. But for the most part, it was very forgettable. Until next time, this is Randy Cage. Peace out.